darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp.
They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more.
Witty Jack is closer than you think.
I heard you got too late last night. I heard you got too late last night. Too late last night.
Crypto YouTube, how's it going? Crypto Stud here with another banger. We're at a critical point right now. Bitcoin's near an all-time high. S&P is trying to get back to all-time high. Stay tuned in this video. Let's see if we can analyze the charts and find out what the next move is. Currently in a short myself, just taking the top of the range, you know, in the position. Still have my long open. I did a live stream yesterday on it, just so everybody knows, well aware of the positions I'm still in. So before we begin, welcome to the crypto universe, where endless possibilities sparkle like stars. Embracing a powerful belief, God is great, God is good, we embark on this exciting journey through the realms of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Carry hope and positivity as we navigate this dynamic world together. Whether you're enjoying a sunny day or searching for a beacon in the night, may your heart be filled with peace, love, and a promise of prosperity. Join me on my channel as we unlock the mysteries of crypto with curiosity and bold hearts. Here's to success, understanding, and a touch of magic on our path. May your day shine bright, your spirit be light, and your investments flourish. Now, let's dive into today's crypto adventure. All right, got a lot of content to cover, very little time. I also am going to start cutting videos down from an hour to about 20-30 minutes. Just dive right into it, kind of cut out the fluff as I've started to get a following of subscribers. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. I appreciate it, appreciate the love, the follows. We now have passed 5,000, on my way to 6,000. So I'm just very thankful for that, and I appreciate that from everybody. But yeah, so we're going to dive into crypto news, stock news. We're going to look at all the charts, and then I am going to do the random indicator, of course, for this video. Sorry, I couldn't get it Thursday. Didn't release one on Sunday. I've just been really hammering away at getting some updates for the indicators for the group. I have like this really awesome thing I've been working on with Nexus. For the people who have been using the indicators, Nexus has kind of been like the neglected child. I hardly ever worked on it. It didn't do much for us. It had just a couple things to it, and that was it. I just didn't really know what to add to it to make it better. And I think I did find something that has been kind of helpful recently as well, and I've just been hammering away at fixing the code and getting that kind of corrected and you know, working to, in a sense that actually makes it usable. But let's just jump in here real quick. So this is I'm going to change the name. It's not this right now. It's ME Nexus. It's not going to be that. It's going to just be Nexus and then version 1.0 when I release it. But right now, for the sake of sanity for me, I've just put optimized on there for now. But I've actually been able to make these a lot faster. Previous day value area highs, PDPOC, and previous day value area lows. They kind of, okay, well, of course, as I was showing the indicator, it broke on me, so I fixed it. But anyways, as I was saying, back in the day, in the past, when you would put this up here, it would change these PD value area high, PD POCs, and value area lows here, and they weren't very consistent. Well, I got them a bit more consistent. And if you're not familiar with my trading style, I use PD value area high and value area lows and POCs quite a bit. But if you look at XO charts, 71,415, and then the value area low is 78.15. So I mean, it's relatively pretty close. A lot closer than it was in the past. And then in the past, if you jumped onto like a 2 hour, it would change the value. So I finally got it where it sticks the same values regardless of what time frame you're on, which is a huge improvement. That's a big improvement in its own. And then it's actually a bit faster than previous ones. And then there's some more items I'm going to add, but I've kind of hidden those since they're not quite working how I want them to. And it's already broke once as is. So I don't really want it to break again right now. It's taking a bit of time to load, but it's just because it's a higher time frame. But see, it's still 71,414, so it's sticking to all the other time frames. So the one we have already would be this, and you'll see once it pops up here, which might take a couple seconds, but once it pops up here, this is the one that's already released. It just takes a bit of time to actually load, and see it's off just a little bit. Not much. I mean, it's not much of a difference, but if you drop down to the 30-minute, so we have the optimized one already loaded, and then we have this one starting to load right now. I mean, it's barely noticeable, but see, 45 minutes take a bit of time here. Well, it's still crashing. Yeah, there's still some bugs to get out of it, but see how it's kind of fluctuated to a different time. It's not much. It's only a couple dollars, but those couple dollars can mean a lot. Anyways, and then as I'm speaking, you know, Bitcoin is pumping as well. So that's good to see in some sense. All right, let's get into it. I was going to show you the one feature we're adding. One feature I'm adding somewhere's in here. Hold on just a second. Oh, right here. Yeah, so I'm going to add this and see, it kind of tells you the volume signature, although the OI is off on this one. It's kind of broken, but it looks kind of nifty. It's kind of cool looking. I'm going to change the colors around a little bit, make them a little bit more noticeable if they're actually large ones, but it's coming along pretty nice. A couple minor things and bugs and just annoying things that I've been working on throughout today, but yeah, with all due time, right? Let's check high block real quick. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're getting heavy on longs here at the top, so that might be good. That might bode well for my short. Let's get into the news. So we'll start with some crypto news. Let's just look through. We got 17 new messages since 11:20 this morning. Let's see if there's anything big. Cathie Wood's Ether ETF pullback is likely due to E-War. Yeah. Cathie Wood's ARK investment was the first company to seek permission to create a spot Ether ETF in September. It has since dropped out the race, likely because of incoming intense fee battle. Let's see. Crypto for Advisor, Layer 2s, and the evolution of Bitcoin. Coinbase wallet adds crypto trading alerts for note fill. Oh, by the way, Robinhood took a Bitstamp. Was it Bitstamp? It's probably some reason. Robinhood, yep, Bitstamp for 200 million. Dang, all cash deal. That's great. Great for Robinhood. For people who like Robinhood. Maybe better yet to say, for people who actually like Robinhood. Kraken said to be raising over 100 million pre-IPO funding. Interesting. I'm not a big fan of Kraken anymore. They've kind of changed their exchange quite a bit. Oh, that's nice. I didn't really get into this mem coin that Iggy Azalea created, but that's nice. Bitcoin mining stocks soar amid takeover frenzy. The Bitcoin falls back after attempt at 72K. Yep, it did fall. It's rising right now pretty well. NYAG sues 2 crypto pyramid schemes. Promoters targeting Haitian Americans. Interesting. GameStop inspired Solon memcoin soars over 80% as Roaring Kitten flashes 586 million worth of GME positions. Pretty massive, I must say. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it for that. Let's check out stocks. AI now has to play out elsewhere for Nvidia's valuation to make sense. Yeah, Nvidia has just been on a roar. That's for freaking sure. Old workers are sticking around. What does that mean for their younger colleagues? Medicare and Social Security could be the keys to presidential election. I don't think so, but we're not going to get involved in that. That's junk. That's junk. I wish I could filter out some of these. These are kind of junk. Mortgage rates at 3% were an anomaly, and here's what a normal 30-year rate looks like. Yeah, home buyers are frustrated by 7% mortgage rates. Yeah, that's fair. Juul e-cigarettes FDA ban lifted. Interesting. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration said Thursday that it has reconsidered orders blocking the marketing of Juul Labs. Wow, that's big. I didn't hear anything about that. That's huge. Well, if you like Juul, it doesn't really do much for me. Although Juul was like the first e-cig I ever did, so it's kind of, you know, legacy in some sense. Chipotle gets closer to massive 50-for-1 stock split. Interesting. Yeah, Chipotle has been doing really good stock-wise. This bond market recession signal has been flashing since 2022 with no downturn. Yes, it has. It has for quite a while, and nothing is happening with it. Let's see. Lyft offers up long-awaited long-term forecast, and this key metric could hit 25 billion, analyst says. Lyft shares climbed after the company said it expected gross bookings to grow around 50% between this year and 2027. I must say, when I'm using Lyft or Uber, most times I do use Lyft, and it also has an Amex reward with it to have an American Express, and you get like 15% cash back using it, so it's a pretty good deal. Why nothing seems to improve Americans' gloom about the U.S. economy now. Interesting. Yep, that's a good read. Retailers are telling you everything is on sale this summer. They're also hoping you'll fall for impulse buys. Yep. Retail investment is the liquidity for the hedge funds. Just remember that. When you're investing and things are all-time high, markets do cycle. Markets will come back. Oil prices post back-to-back gains as worries about economic outlook fade. Your summer stock rally is coming as the S&P 500 flashes a buy signal. We're just now getting a buy signal for S&P. Interesting. I think that's pretty much rising avocado prices boost Mission Produce stock. Interesting. I didn't know avocados were rising. Good to know now. Yeah, these consumer stocks are struggling. I know McDonald's is really struggling. They've cut down their menu prices, but they're still having issues. I think that's about it that I can see that is worthwhile. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the charts now. All right, before we begin looking at the charts, I did want to point out that we have the unemployment rate coming out tomorrow. That's pretty big, along with the no farm employment change. So both of these are pretty important. The average hourly rate earnings, it says it's important, but I don't know. I never really, whenever we get a bad reading on this, nothing really happens. So I kind of just take it with a grain of salt. But normally we get these readings the same time that we get these two readings. So, you know, most cases, these are the readings that actually move the market. And it's just take note of these. This unemployment rate is going to be pretty important, and that could possibly move the market. It didn't change last month. Previous month before that, it's forecasted 3.9%, the same. So it might not change this time either. But if it does tick up, I think that's a cause for concern and a bullish posture. Why is that? Because that means that the rate increase has helped cut jobs and slow down the economy, and the Fed will have to pivot and cut rates. If it stays the same flat, it's a neutral reading to me. If it's the same, if it's lower, then that means the economy is still moving at a fast pace and there won't be any rate cuts. So again, if you want price of Bitcoin to go higher, you want to hear about rate cuts. That's always very bullish to hear about rate cuts. Regardless what's on the chart, when you start hearing rate cuts, that's when you're bullish. That's when you have a bullish posture. Now, I am still long-term in my long, so my bias is a bit long, you know, like I want a higher price, right? Obviously. But at the same time, I am playing both positions. I do have a position on the top side, and I could benefit from us having a nice little pullback. So food for thought, you know, as you're looking for trades and setups, just take this in consideration. I wouldn't, if you're in a trade, if you haven't looked for a trade yet, I would wait until this hits the tape, see what type of news comes out of it, and then look for trades based on that range. You know, like if it's a good read and we're going to cut rates, then look for a nice little dip, put it in a long, maybe at value area low, position yourself really nice, and then ride the wave up. You know, this area that we're sitting at isn't like one of those where you can swing long yet. There isn't much validation yet for it to be a swing long. You know, your swing long was practically anything, you know, 60,000, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 68's kind of iffy for a swing, but yeah, just take note. This is huge report that's coming out. Just something to take cautiousness with, you know. All right, so as we get into this, and yeah, that crashed. I was trying to look at that, fix that, but yeah, we're just gonna turn that off for right now. So I've been looking at the dollar. We're gonna go ahead and pop up the weekly on this and just see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's looking pretty bearish on us. We did get this double top right here, somewhat of a double top. It's an ugly double top, but we did get this double top here, and since then we've kind of been working our way down. Now we're sitting at a pretty nice order block right here, and we had just somewhat of a bounce, but the weekly's looking really bad. You know, even we've like fully turned over, and now it's just full on bear mode for us. Lots of red here as well. So it doesn't the dollar doesn't bode well for us. And again, I really was expecting us to have that minor pullback from Bitcoin, but we really haven't had that pullback. We've had just continuation, consolidation, and then a continuation, and any real dip we've had has kind of just been bought right up, which is great in a bull, you know, perspective of it. But if you're looking for a good position to get in, it's hard when there's no dips and there's nothing really there for you to grasp and get into a position. But again, you know, don't FOMO into positions. Don't be fearful of missing a move, because there's always moves here. Market is always here. The thing is, the market's always here, but your bankroll and your account balance, if you were to take a position because you just were fearing, you know, you thought you were missing out, that could not be around. Markets are always here. Let your bankroll always be around. You know, take that with a grain of salt, and just remember that. Don't FOMO into everything. You know, there's a time and day for that. Sometimes back in the day when Bitcoin was, you know, breaking out and I wasn't in a good position for it, I would trade other things. There's plenty of other things to trade, other crypto coins, other shit coins, Ethereum, shitcoin Ethereum, XRP. You could go trade XRP for a little bit. We know that doesn't move at all. That's a great thing to trade too. Have a couple percentage points on that, make it, have a great day, you know. So yes, we can keep on going on with this, but I did want to cut this video a little shorter than previous videos, at least try to. So anyways, getting back into the charts, the daily's still pointing down a little bit. You see how we have this volatility start coming in? We did have a nice little move down because of that. So that was great for the juxtapost to actually show that and signal that for us. Now we get to the 12-hour. Let's see. I mean, we're holding on barely here. 12 hours starting to look pretty good. It's in a neutral zone right now, so we'll still go on basis of the weekly and day as a bearish posture for it. 8 hours trying. I mean, we're literally sitting on this order block, so it's kind of good to see this starting to pull around like that, but I'm still leaning a bit bearish on the higher time frames. But we're looking, it's starting to look pretty nice for this area of support for us. You see how we're kind of just sitting in this range, these two ranges right here. 4 hours looking pretty nice. See the 2 hour. 2 hours looking a little bearish for us right now. 1 hour starting to turn around pretty nice. I like seeing that. I'm overly not very bullish on the dollar. It just doesn't really stand out being bullish for me. It just kind of, we are sitting at an order block, so yeah, I get that, but we could easily swing fail this and go lower, and then try to make another test at this. So I'm not bullish at the dollar. I'm not, nothing really screams bullish for me. Let's see if we have any swing fails on the 2 hour. Yeah, I just don't really like, it just doesn't look pretty. I mean, we are kind of the swing fail right here, but again, we're just kind of barely sitting on it. We keep testing this bottom right here, and it just, I don't see it holding very well. It just doesn't look very appealing for us, especially with a higher time frame still looking pretty bearish for us. So yeah, let's jump into S&P. just going to kind of go over these pretty quick because I do want to get into an indicator, the random indicator as well, just so we can have a little bit of fun out of this too. So the weekly S&P is looking beautiful, man. It's looking beautiful. We just hit another high. Now I don't have it saved anymore, but if you remember, we were kind of working. Oh, you know, maybe. No, I don't have it. I don't have it saved anymore. Interesting. I used to have all the lines and everything here for our swing fail and stuff, but yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty nice too. We're breaking out of that zone right now. So the weekly is starting. Okay, so I remember in my last video I talked about this, like we really want this to start pointing up. It's starting to curve up and look pretty good. I'm excited to show you guys the weekly Bitcoin and see if we get some good continuation from there. Look at this, volatility starts coming in really nice. We get that nice move up. That's bullish. That looks beautiful. That looks very beautiful. I don't see it. Yep. We do have a bearish divergence, but it's not confirmed yet. So we could possibly, I mean, that could easily cancel out. It's not confirmed, and we still have 6 hours left. So we still got a while before that can actually be confirmed. We did get the 8-hour bearish divergence, but it's not really playing out like one would like to see on the 8-hour divergence. And then we also got the pop out signal right here, so it's kind of rough. It's kind of leaning both ways for us on that. Let's see, 6 hours looking pretty clean, but we are getting some bearish divergence as well. So the lower time frames are starting to really show some signs of weakness for us. But man, look at that 2 hour. The 2 hour is looking beautiful, especially where we're coming in on this, the neutral zone. That's looking pretty nice, I must say. Would like to see a pullback on this. I think it could be nice to have a little bit of a pullback. Did we actually break? Let's go back to the weekly. We broke the high. Yeah, we broke the high. So we made a new high. We made a new high from the last candle, what, 2 weeks ago. So that is kind of nice to see. Now again, we could swing fail this. I don't see a reason why we can't. Although the 12 hours looking pretty darn good. I would just wait until this confirms, and then if we get a confirmation of this, then I would be looking for us to move further down, especially since the daily's looking pretty good in the weekly, but the lower time frames do look a little exhausted and a bit bearish for us. So I am leaning a little bearish to S&P, bearish to the dollar as well. All right, let's look at Dow Jones. Now, I noticed that we didn't create an all-time high on this like we did S&P, and I know Nasdaq did as well. We created a new all-time high on Nasdaq. So again, we had that swing fail here. Let me see if I have anything. No, I don't have anything else saved. Dang, that's unfortunate. It got deleted. I just been doing so much testing with the indicators and stuff and messing with all my charts, so I apologize for that. But yeah, this is a perfect prime example of swing fail pattern. Right back into the range, just drops. Beautiful. Let's check out the weekly. See the weekly. Oh, looking bearish. Man, that's looking really nice though for a bearish posture like that. Daily. Daily's looking a little, it's getting a little neutral. It's still a little bearish, but not by much bearish, just by a little bit neutral still. 12-day and the 12 hour and the daily looking really good. Wow, that's looking pretty good too. The 8 hour, they're all just kind of lining up, and that's what we like to see. 6 hours looking pretty good, bullish side. 4 hours looking good for bullish. 2 hours starting to turn over just a little bit to the bearish side, but still holding on to the bullish. Dow Jones is looking pretty darn good. I must say the chart looks a lot better than S&P's chart, so I would lean a little bit more bullish on Dow Jones tomorrow. Now again, we do have that report coming out in the morning, so this is kind of all limited to what we see with that. So let's jump into Bitcoin now. All right, so right now I'm positioned 71,524 is my position on Bitcoin. So let me drop down to the 2 hour. I got a short 71. So we'll estimate it like right about there. All right, let's check out the weekly. See, so weekly still hasn't turned up yet. Wow, that's interesting to see. S&P already gave us that turn up, but weekly has not turned up. We are starting to get a little, just a tad bit of a bullish posture on it, but nothing to really write a book about, to be honest with you. So and see, here's another thing that I love about this. Look at this. I mean, that was such a good trade to take. Anything over here in this area is just a good trade to short. It's a low risk reward trade. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not going to long that. That's for sure. Not here, not yet at least. But the thing is, if you already have a long position, then, you know, I spoke about in one of my previous videos, this low down here that we actually hit and took out. So, you know, that was a beautiful move for us, and I've profited really well off of it. So, you know, I'm going to continue trading the range being 57 to the high right here. Now, I understand it looks a little scary to short, but the risk reward ratio is so much better here. You know, you can't really get any better than this. But it does look scary. I understand it's very scary to short this, but we actually are on a larger time frame. Just check this out. So we swung failed this and came back down the range, right? Here we are now, the same zone right here. Now we did swing fail down, didn't quite have the test that we wanted. This had kind of more of a giant rejection, to be honest with you, than what we're seeing right now. Let's see, 47 to 57, you could say 59. I'm kind of like putting on, you know, past performance to see kind of a thought process of what might happen. Yeah, you know, I know it looks scary to short, but sometimes you have to take the risk in order to make profits. And you know, if we get back down to that area that I spoke about, I think I deleted, it's gone too, but I had that area, that old weekly P we had. Where is the weekly P now? Let's check out where the weekly P is now. Let's take a look at that. Weekly, let's put it to 25. Let it load. Oh, weekly P's way down here. That's crazy. Let me just verify that. Let me take off all these other ones real quick. It is late, so I just want to make sure that this is correct. And then let's add... I do have autofib on. That probably isn't helping things. Well, I'm on the 2 hours, so it should display it. Yeah, that must be, that's what, weekly, Woody weekly P. Yeah, wow, it's dropped quite a bit. 68, man. So in, let's see, June, let's see, Monday. Well, we've actually touched it today. We opened up below it. We opened up below it and then came up and hit it. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. You know how I like to take trades base off weekly P and seeing that tested, and we already did test it because we had the Sunday open. Sunday opened, well, Sunday closed around 8, right? And then we had the Monday open, which would have been to this candle right here. So we actually we went right as a magnet to it. So we candle closed right here about this area. It created this new weekly P that we have here, and then we just kind of zoomed right to it. So you know, it's been hit. It's been hit this week. So that's what, three for 4. We've had 3 hits of the weekly P, 1 not. That's pretty good for the basis of that. But we're starting to come back up to this top zone here right now. Pretty nice to see that, I must say. But yeah, let's drop into the weekly. We already looked at dailies. Dailies looking bullish, man. That's looking really good. It's looking very clean. 12 hours looking pretty clean too. 8 hours looking, it's getting a little bearish on us. We're starting to see some signs there. 6 hours bearish on us. 4 hours bearish as well. Yeah, I'm sitting comfy in this for right now, I think. I'm not too concerned. 1 hour is in a neutral posture right now, so my only concern is the dailies looking like that. We did have some nice volatility come in here, down here at this range right here. You see by the blue lines that I have right there on Juxtapose. Let's see, the 2 hour. So I really like trading off the 2 hour. I wouldn't mind seeing us test back down here. 68 area would be kind of nice to see that. I'm still looking for us to swing fail this top area right here. This is the bread and butter right here. I want to see a swing fail this right here, and I will add more to my position. So we're gonna go ahead and make this golden, and we're gonna save this, and then when I do my video on Sunday, we'll see what we got from that. But this is looking pretty nice for the most part, but I would like to see the weekly start to turn up more than it is right now. It's still kind of cautionary tale for me. Daily's looking pretty good though. Daily's about all that's looking good. 12 hours starting to turn over on us. 8 hours got the bearish divergence is starting to form. It hasn't confirmed yet, so there are some signs of bearishness that's forming, especially on S&P. We have the 12-hour divergence that's kind of forming for that as well. So a little rocky, not 100% bull, not 100%, you know, to the moon, but it's still looking pretty good. I'd like to see the 4 hours start to wrap up this way. So with my thought process on that, I would really like to see us test this area up here and just kind of get like a swing fail pattern going from the top here, and then work our way back down. So somewhere's around this area, and then we come back down into the range would be kind of nice. It's kind of what I've been looking for the past couple days, and it's choppy. This is kind of ugly to see this. I recall the 2 hour was just like this part right here was just so boring. It's so boring. It's difficult when you see that. It's hard to trade that. It really is. It's not just, you know, it's everybody. It's hard to trade that. So, but yeah, I ideally, I'm a little short-term bullish on Bitcoin just because I want to see it get to this top again and swing fail our top side here. And then once we do swing fail this, kind of see what happens. I don't think we're going to hit an all-time high yet, but I might eat my shorts, right? But yeah. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. I feel like every time I'm looking at Tesla, it moves on my watch list. Tesla's done not much of anything. Oh, we did have a nice move down. Sometimes it's very excruciating looking at stocks because they really don't move whatsoever. Check out the weekly. Weekly's looking pretty darn good though still. Dang. Day is looking neutral. 12 hours looking pretty good. 8 hours looking pretty good too. 6 hours looking great. Man, yeah, I can't say $100 for this yet. Although you guys know how I do it. I always want $100 Tesla. But boy, it's looking pretty clean. We are in the order block of the top side right here though. So it's looking pretty nice. Nice little range with this. Grab some water just a second. All right. So yeah, I'm looking pretty bullish on Tesla. It's actually looking really good. I'm not gonna lie. I can't deny it not looking really good. The weekly looking like that. Oof. Daily's looking pretty neutral too. It's looking nice. I'm not against how it's looking, to be honest with you. Weekly's looking pretty good. 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour. 1 hour is looking great. 45 minutes. 45 minutes does have a bearish divergence, so we should see a little bit of a pullback. If it's not already played out, yeah, we could probably play out a bit more. I did want to look at Bitcoin on the lower time frame. See, oh, we're having a nice little pump right now on it. That's okay. I'm looking to add more to my position. All right, so the 30-minute, we have that nice little dip down here earlier. See how we have that bullish posture, the green bar, and then we had a bullish divergence shortly after that candle confirmed, and then the next one we kind of just bounced up. That was a good trade right there if you took that as well. So let's say that you got in after, you know, came back to there. We'll just say you closed it out, you know, right there. It's almost 1%. It's not bad. Not bad. All right, we might actually get swing fail pattern on the stream here. It'd be kind of nice to see. But I do want to do, let me look at XOM real quick, and then I do want to pop up a random indicator for us, and we'll look at it on Bitcoin. I guess I don't have it saved on here. It's weird. Let's see what XOM looks like. Man, it's looking pretty good. Do love to see that. Let's check out the weekly. Oh, weekly is not looking great at all. Oof. That's rough. That is rough. 95. Come back down this order block down here, 95-ish. Gonna be terrible to see. Daily's not looking too great either. 12 hours not looking great either. Yeah, I could definitely see us break 100 on this. Work our way down just a tad bit. 4 hours looking all right. 2 hours starting to turn up. 2 hours looking really good. Volatility dispersed right there. Nice little bottom out signal. I haven't really seen that much lately on Bitcoin, so if volatility doesn't come around, then that's when you don't, you know, you don't see it. That's a volatility indicator. So if it's choppy, it doesn't quite do much, does it? All right, so let's look for a random indicator and pop it on. Put test in. Oh, other than my test. Test me. That's funny. So we want, let's skip this. I kind of want to try this one and this one and see if there's anything great with these. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. This one didn't. Okay, let's see if we can change. See, I have Mexc on there. Let's put, no. Maybe I should just do, let's do USDC Coinbase, see if that does anything. Oh, I guess we don't have it. Uh-oh. Maybe I pop that on? No, still doesn't like it. Minimize that. God, I hate Coinbase so much. Don't make me put Coinbase on here. Is Coinbase not even around? What? Coinbase, the summer's on here. Bitcoin. Come on now. Gotta go through all these just to find Coinbase. Man, let's see. Coinbase, here we are. Oh, Bitcoin Cash. What? All right, we're gonna remove that one. Yeah, we're not gonna do that one. Let's find another one though with just tests. See if we can find something. Handle DR and K. Yeah, this looks fun. See if we get anything out of that. Oh, what's? All right, that doesn't do anything. All right, let's do VWAP MTF first. See if there's anything fancy with this. Kind of interesting, to tell you the truth. That's kind of cool. It starts going to bullish posture like that. See, let's go to 15 minute. Oh, well, that's kind of nifty. It kind of reminds me of like a moving average, to be honest with you. And it goes down. Well, that's kind of cool. It's got more of a visual appeal to it than others. Green, not bad. Goodbye. Let's see. As soon as it turns red and we took a position, what would happen? Let's see. Say this one turned red. Well, it's green there. This one turned red. So let's say we took a position here. We go all the way. Say we're just playing it safe, so we see that it kind of starts finding support right in around this area. So 2%, it's not too bad. All right, let's see about a buy. So the first candle, green, is this one right here, we'll say. And then just take it up to here, another 2%. Really not a bad move, to be honest with you. So we stay green this whole time. The only thing is, like, it seems like it doesn't transition quite enough. So that's all red, that's all red. So it's like, when is your exit point? Let's do 2 hours. Oh. All right, so we went from red, last red, green candle right here. Let's check it out. So we go green candle, not bad, not bad. We'll just say let's just say we take another 2%, huh? So we entered the green candle right there. We entered the next trade. Not bad. I mean, even 2% off that. That's pretty nice. All right, let's do first red. So we get the first red. Actually kind of nifty, I'm not gonna lie. And then say we take it to green. So that's 4% per se. Not bad. That's kind of a nice little indicator. I'm not gonna lie. It's not open source though, but that is pretty nice. All right, let's check out one other one. See what we can find. We'll just put test in because that's random, and I feel like I keep using test a lot since I've been working on this code. Signal generator. Heck yeah, let's do it. See what we get. All right, tester. Okay, we don't like that. I keep getting bullied by these. Let's see, does it have anything to it? Test DCA, yes. No, it's not gonna work. Let's try something else. Probably not the best search criteria, but did have one nice one, right? Connor's RSI test. Let's see what this does. Oh, what are we doing here? Nice. So I guess it's just RSI based. Pop this one off. Yeah. Not as cool. Not as cool as the other one was. I can't really, there's not really much to read from it. Yeah, not a fan of this one. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. If you are still watching this video at the end and would like to join my group, use promo code CryptoStud for 35% off. And I just want to say thanks. Peace.
You and I, we've been running away from space and time. If we don't fit in the grand design, then no one can can ever confine us, and no one can ever define us.